This is the Waterfield Executive Pro backpack, or Pro Executive, and it's kind of a force to be reckoned with. Here it is in like the chocolate leather, and this is like the, I don't know, this is just like the Italian man red. I'll put this over here in the background just wanted to let you see the colors and things, because it comes in a couple different colors. The color is this beautiful piece of leather on the front. It's probably like bison leather or some shit. I don't know. Waterfield's leather bits always feel so the shit. Now look at this bad daddy, okay? This thing is made to be worn with a suit, or I think it works just as well with jeans and a t-shirt. It is made to have tons of organization for all of our like techie sort of needs. It is made so that all the nooks and crannies have the organization that you need on the outside, as well as internal compartments, and that while you're using it, it feels kind of quality. I'm gonna walk you through every nook and cranny on this bag and show you how the pockets work, and just in case any of you are thinking about it. But first, here's my gist on this bag. First of all, I gotta say that this executive look, I think they're kind of crushing it. They're doing a great job. What are your other options? OGIO, Victorinox, the kind of thing that you just find at Brookstone. I see all you suit-wearing traveling people, you suit people, you working people, the suit stuff, the thing where you gotta have like a good, you gotta be kind of dressed up for it, and I see you carrying like fucking OGIO bags or something. Nothing wrong with OGIO. They actually make some great bags. They last a long time. They have a lot of features and all that stuff. It's just the look, you know what I mean? It's like the look of just I don't know. Is it the look of is it that it's the look of like utter and total mediocrity? Is that what gets me about those? That sounds really harsh to me coming out of my mouth, but there's something about it, right? Everybody's got the OGIO or the Victorinox or the or like Oakley, and they all have that weird bro-y sort of utilitarian vibe to them. Now, one of those things they do great is they have all of these pockets and all of this place for organization for all your dongles and shit like that. But they have a particular look that this sets itself apart from, which is, to me, one of the more valuable things that I have to admit. Like, I'm a little bit of a I think one of the most important things that a bag does for us is signals something about our aesthetic, what we think is important, what we think, like what look we're going for. And that's like a whole can of worms, because I know a lot of guys, especially guys out there, are like, I don't fucking care what the bag looks like as long as it works good. And they tend to be picking bags that look like you're trying to say, I don't care what the fuck the bag looks like, I just want, so it's like your aesthetic is actually like, usefulness at any cost. And for most of us who are doing the workaday thing where we gotta have like pointy shoes on, we got the Kenneth Cole reaction shit going on. You're going to Banana Republic. You're probably at Frank and Oak or Everlane getting some shit. A lot of us need to have a bag that guides us, that like clues people into the fact that like, hey, I'm serious also, like I'm executive level, or I take myself seriously, or I am serious about my work, and I'm serious about my organization. So the very first point, this is a long-winded point, is just that it just crushes that businessy look, right? A lot of us need a businessy look, and we're sacrificing buying some really expensive bag that actually doesn't have the functionality that you need. Do you know what I mean? Where you get this like a leather, like it's like, oh, look at this fancy leather bag, but it's like, it's stiff. It's sort of a shit thing to use. It doesn't have enough pockets. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes this is an awesome intersection of those worlds of like, listen, I'm a business person. I'm just thinking of my dad, and like I'm training to do this like life coaching thing, and it's like, the kind of people that walk into a room and there's like an easel set up with one of those big sticky note thing, and they've got big fat markers, black and red. You know who I'm talking about. People who are like trainers or in training rooms or on the road or doing corporate stuff like that. You fucking know. You know what I'm talking about. This is like the perfect backpack for executive coaches, for people who are traveling around, getting into different boardrooms and meeting rooms and shit like that. This thing is awesome for that, as well as for you're just running a company, or you're head of engineering, or you're a designer, you're the design project lead or something like that. And you just need a lot of shit. You need a lot of pockets. You need this has a great, it's definitely a very grown up dad kind of look. We got Gotta admit that. But my first point is just that it's a very executive look and feel, and they nail it. They do a great job with it. Not only do you get your features of like pockets and organization, but you also get like, it's a good look. Like you should feel respectable walking into a room with something like this. You should feel proud of the like the decision you made, or like of what the kind of person you are, or something like that. This is a bag that can instill that sort of thing because it takes its job really, really seriously. Let me get into my second point here. The second point is it just feels great to use. All right, it feels really good to use. I always start with the handle, or not in the videos, but like the handle is always a place where you're interacting with the bag a lot. And here's what they've done here. They've got this big, it's kind of padded, it's got a very soft, like gentle, like if there's any padding at all inside, it feels like there might be. But the leather is so soft that like, I don't know, it has a tactile sort of quality to it, and it's big and fat and fluffy and plush. This is made for boomer man hands. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you have a boomer dad, or are you a boomer dad? Boomer dad hands. They're bigger. They're bigger. It's made for big ass boomer dad hands. It's made for like, it's good. It's a good feeling to grab that. It's not too technical. It's not technical. It maybe errs on the side of not technical enough, but you've got this seam on the back of the handle that gives it enough rigidity, and it's leather. It's like this great, rich, full grain leather that's like, your hands are speaking back to you. Like this thing speaks to you and you're like, yes. Okay, your straps. The straps are fine. They're just fine, okay? They're meant to like, you know, when you're wearing a suit, you don't want to have a bunch of technical stuff going on here. You don't want to have a bunch of stuff that's like, you know, blowing out your look. So they're just meant to be simple. But they have some mesh in here. They're plenty comfortable in my experience. I have this thing loaded down with stuff all the time, and I'm riding my bike. I've been using this thing for longer than I get to use most bags because I've been on the road. You also got some mesh back here. The mesh back here is just satisfactory. It's fine. It's better than nothing. It helps to like a little bit to not get the sweatiness going. They could probably do more back here, but that would set off the look. So they're just going for something simple, and this is your pass-through for your luggage because executive, baby. Then you've got all of these pockets out here. Again, I'm gonna walk you through all these. All of them have zippers. These appear to be, I don't know, they don't have the zipper pull on them that comes with a YKK, so I can't tell if they're YKK, but they might as well be. You know, they feel utterly, like, I don't care if they're YKK. It's like, I trust this more than YKK. Whatever this is, it's great zippers. They're all water sealed, just that gusset water seal, which is not 100%, but it keeps everything, you know, clean from the rain. Another one of my favorite things on this bag is the lining. You'll see this yellow material. It has a honeycomb kind of weave to it. It has a really great feel, and it is all over the inside of this bag. The yellow quality, or the yellow color, the mustardy vibe, isn't just for looks. It also helps with the visibility when you're looking into the bag, right? So the liner feels great. The little fuzzy, you know, fleece thing on the inside of the laptop compartment feels great. And then it's got all of this, like what I think is ballistic nylon all over the place, right? So this is a very hardy material. It keeps its shape. It's got this rigidity. The zippers provide this like functionality. It always stands up on its own, which is a big deal to a lot of people, I know. And if it's not a big deal to you, wait till you get a bag that does it, and then you go to a bag that you like even more, but it doesn't do that, and you'll be like, I'm so conflicted. Okay, so it's got this rigidity. It holds its form. It holds its shape. It's a bit like a turtle shell on your back. But the ballistic nylon, the leather, all of the little bits that you interact with it, the zipper pulls are fine. I wish the zipper pulls had a little more of a Waterfieldness to them, and I don't know what that would be. Right, but they do have a sense of like this plastic clip-on thing. They're great, but like in terms of how they work, it's just great. You find the zipper, you get into it and rip it open or closed. But that's just one little element that could be zhuzhed up a bunch or a little bit. I'm interested to see, you know, I'm interested to see what zippers pulls do in 2019. Okay, so it just feels great to use, all of the interactions with it. This is my second point. So the first point is it looks good. It hits the right, like, sort of stylistic, aesthetic things for those of us who need to be wearing suits and doing the executive class thing. The second point is, dude, it feels executive. Using it feels executive, which to me, I think is the most important part, because obviously it matters that people are respecting you, but that's all externally motivated. Internal motivation comes from when you feel like confident yourself. And there's something about a bag that is good that makes me like have a little bit more confidence in me. I know that sounds stupid. I know that sounds crazy. And some of you are like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? But I know some of the others of you are like going like, I think that's why I'm justifying buying all these bags. There is a part of this bag that is so quality that it pumps you up from the inside. It inflates you. It helps you get a little confidence. And man, I'll be goddamned if I don't need a little help every now and again to feel a little more confident, right? Like we can all admit that. And so like, it's not so stupid to think about a tool that you use every fucking day, that you use to literally carry your most essential items to do the things that you are most essential at doing in the organization or family or whatever it is that you pay sort of your attention to and that you give yourself to. It is not so far-fetched that a product that is well built, that stands literally on its own, that has a point of view, that has a way of looking at things, is not so far-fetched that this can become a kind of companion to us as we like figure out what the fuck we're doing with our lives, right? Like what we're gonna be when we grow up. I'm serious about that with good bags. This bag, the Waterfield Bolt bag is like that. The Trakke bags from Scotland can be like that, but they're in a very different price point. This thing is like $400 almost, you know? It's like 325 or something. And then when you get it, you're gonna wanna get some of these pouches and this executive portfolio that comes with it. By the way, let me show you this really quick. I did not use this. I just couldn't find it a way to use it for me. Some of you are already going to love this because, you know, you got stuff for pens here. You got a place to throw your mouse or like, you know, whatever, index cards. You got a place back here for your laptop or your tablet. You've also got a place over here for your, what is it? Your papers, business papers, man. Then on the front, you also have a little zipper here with some internal just 2 pouches of organization that are built in. And then and it just looks so nice. You know what I mean? You got this fucking leather and the ballistic and man, this thing is like, you get there and it's like, all right, what are the meeting points for today? That's my executive. My executive guy is like, all right, do we have meetings? We have meetings. Okay, good. What are the meetings today? Do we have an agenda for the meetings? Who's taking the notes? Do you taking the notes? Thank you, Clarice. All right, here we go. We're starting the meeting. Do we have a meeting after this? What meeting is next? All right, here's the thing. We haven't read any of those books by the Basecamp guys. 37 Signals, Jason Fried, David Annemeyer Hansen. We haven't read any of those books. Nobody's read those, right? We haven't confronted the fact that these meetings are pointless and worthless yet, right? Oh man, and then this little pouch, I gotta be honest. I didn't know what this pouch did till I just started fucking with it. I haven't used it. Okay, because it has this like poofy, it has this is a Waterfield pouch, wax canvas, the whole thing feels fucking awesome. It has this like poofiness to it, and I'm like, oh, okay, you're looking at this right here. This does not look like it opens, right? This is like actually shut so tight, it's sewn together. It's like, whoa, okay, I guess you just get in through here, but then it's like, you've got this little pouch on the outside, but there's something fluffy behind it. I guess they just made the back fluffy. That's when you really start taking your like nails in and you actually start spreading and opening this up and realizing the whole thing is this like, I mean, you just want to put your balls in it. Like you want to talk about executive. A ball pouch from Waterfield. And I apologize for the grossness of this, for the sheer indecency of it. But for those of us who have balls, every once in a while you find a pouch that you're like, God damn, I wish I could put my balls in that. Because it's just covered in velour, like fleece velour, and there's a couple pouches inside, there's a couple little things, and then it's just like, you just want to, like your valuables just go here. Like you just want your literally most valuable things to go there. We are just still on point 2 of my gist. I haven't even started going through the bag yet, and I'm getting distracted by the pouches Waterfield makes. They're great. I'll put a link to those below in the description. So my third point here is actually this, all right? This bag has pretty sensational organization from its dual sort of inner compartment thing. You have a zipper on the back This is your laptop area. You've got a laptop here. You've got a place for, God damn, what are they? The papers, business papers, man. All right, and then this compartment itself is packable. All right, it's packable. Let me just walk you through right now what I'm, actually, you know what? Hold on, I'll wait on that. What I mean by packable is like you can fit stuff in it. Like I've got some pouches in here between my business papers and my laptop. I find that to be really useful. It's not just a laptop thing, it's a laptop plus, right? I find a lot of like airbags and stuff like that, it's just the laptop in the back. I love that you got a little more freedom here to pack this thing up as well. Okay, then you've got your sort of, what, for lack of a better term, your main compartment or your largest capacity space. It's actually shaped kind of interesting. Can you see it down? You can't really see it, but it's like narrower at the top than it is down at the bottom. It spreads out like that. So you can actually fit quite a bit in there, but getting into it is just the opening at the top. It does not come down very far because it makes room for these side pockets, which you have on either side, okay? And inside of there, we've got a little bit of organization as well. I used this one just for my water bottle. It fit perfectly in there. Then you have a quick access pocket right on the top here, which is not lined with fleece or anything like that, but it's a nice size. You can easily fit like a big iPhone, you're like the largest sort of Samsung type phone things in there, which is great. And then you have one more, 2 zippers over here that give you a little flat pocket up in front, which I forgot I had put this pouch in, and it goes all the way across. Okay, so you can get into it from either side, but it's just flat. So I put my notebook there for a little while because my notebook just kind of fit there, but it was sort of a hassle to get in and out. Now I keep my notebook in the place where I put my business papers because my notebook is my business papers because I ain't a businessman. I'm a business man. Okay, so excellent organization for everyday use. It's really solid that way. Having the 2 larger compartments is awesome. Having the laptop separated from this main compartment, having the external access pockets, you're gonna love it. And finally, the overall point that I do want to strike you with on this thing is you get what you pay for. You really do. It's more expensive than a lot of people are probably thinking. Maybe people at the executive level and people who are taking their careers really seriously, maybe it's not more expensive than there. I know some people are like, no, I'm totally willing to pay that. And some others are like, I wasn't thinking it would cost this much. But the good thing about a bag like this is you get what you pay for. You buy this sucker, and it's going to do exactly what it says it's going to do. It's durable. It's really going to last a long time, the way that it's made, the way that the seams are all put together, the ballistic nylon, the leather, the choice of materials, the way that things are attached, the kinds of things that it allows you to do with it are like, it's very good at those things. It's only going to let you do things it's good at doing. And so the point is just that like you will get what you pay for with this thing. And I love products like that. Man, do I ever love products like that. And just the caveat here is Waterfield does not have an affiliate program. Like they won't pay influencers for like, in an affiliate relationship. So I don't get any compensation for talking about this bag this way, as of yet. I'm trying to just whittle them down because I just think that like for me to take all the time and effort to look into this thing and I get to do it, but like to be able to tell to you guys exactly what I think of this bag and what you're probably going to think of it as well is like super valuable. But they don't have an affiliate program, and so all of this gushing that I'm doing over this bag is like I'm not getting paid for it. I'm really not getting paid for it. So keep that in mind. Like I really think they make great stuff. I really think Waterfield is like what an awesome American manufacturing company. So cool. And so just because I'm inspired by this video, I'm actually starting up a Patreon that like, if any of you want to support what I'm doing and you're buying bags that I can't get supported by, which are a lot of the bags that I represent, and talk about, because I just want the best bag. Like if that company can't pay me, if I can't get involved in affiliate some way, like I will still promote the bag if it's that good. And Waterfield is one of the only companies that I'm really like, dude, it doesn't matter. Like you're that good. So I'm starting up a Patreon. I'm trying to right now. I think it's already up. I'll put a link in the description below at this time code for all you fucking weirdos who would like to. I mean, I know I support weird shit on Patreon. I support Duncan Trussell and Jordan Peterson, and just like I don't even pay attention to half the shit they make, but I'm just like, I'm glad they're out there. Okay, so let's start talking about this bag. All right, you've got these two side pockets. I like it. What is this, like fucking 30 minutes into my recording? I'm like, let's start talking about this bag. Okay, here's my Camelback Chute water bottle, which I'll put a link to in the description below. My favorite water bottle. It's still plastic, but it's just the best. It's just the best I've found. And you can see that fits in just like so. There's normally a little bit of the top still showing. I don't mind that at all because it's a big water bottle and I have everything I need in here. The organization inside here is probably worth noting. There's some places to, like, you know, just clip in your pens, 2 little pen things, maybe a little bit bigger thing, like a multi-tool kind of thing. There's also a little key clip. On the other side, I have my glasses in a glasses case, and then I have there's like a little battery thing. I'll put a link to the battery that I got below. If you have any recommendations on like I got to get into like, what's the fucking best battery to take on the road with you, or you know what I mean? Like, are they all pretty fine? Like this one's just from Anker and I've liked it. It's been fucking killer. So, you know, I'll put that below and look at the size. It's like a nice size. I like it. I have a cable inside of here for my iPhone. I typically have another cable in there for anything that's a USB micro as well, like Bluetooth speakers and things like that. Anyways, I've been walking around with this, carrying this around. I might need to bring this as part of my daily carry from now on. But the truth is I don't use it that much. Like, it's more of like a fear thing. It's like, what, dude, if my phone runs out of batteries, like, typically it's fine, but sometimes it's not. You've got some organization in here as well. Just 2 big wide ones. Oh, no, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. There's pen, and then like a little bit of a bigger one. This is actually made out of a mesh, kind of a really stiff mesh. I like it. It's a nice material. More great material selection from Waterfield. Then you've got, like I said, this thing in here. I've just put in a little Tom Bin pouch. I just like, you know, one of my recommendations is just go to Tom Bin and just buy like one of every size of the pouches that they make, just because you're gonna use it for something. And they're all like just built well and just useful. So this to me is like my always need you, never want to see you. This right here is like, what can I put in here that I don't want to see all the time, that I don't want to need all the time, right? It's just like, it's a great place to put things and then just forget about them. And then when you need them, you got them. Then the quick access pocket up here, I keep a few bars in. I'm loving these. Like, actually, I'm not loving these Epic bars. Like, are sometimes hard to get through because it's just straight like real meat, but it's all like grass-fed and just sourced really well. And dude, there's nothing like having some basic, good, full fat, rich protein, like actual full, you know, like real thing food out when you're out and about, and like get that instead of just some bullshit like fucking apple turnover pie at a goddamn gas station or something, or just any of the other bars that are out there that start with like just gross, high fructose corn syrup, sugar, like just stuff that's just like, why am I putting this in my body? Good snacks. What I'm getting at is good snacks are the real Executive Pro move. That's, I believe it was Jim Rohn who said that. But the pocket here is great. I always have some bars there. I throw my in-ear Bluetooth headphones right in there. This is just awesome to pull stuff in and out of. It's a really good quick access pocket. Like, it's really good at being a quick access pocket. Like, meaning it's the right size, it's the right materials on the inside, it has the right volume. It's killer. Another thing that's great about Waterfield, by the way, is when you look in here, that quick access, if this was an airbag, that quick access pocket would just be dangling down in here, in the bag itself. So as you're moving through here, there's that little like sack to be managing. Here at Waterfield, they've sewn that all the way in with another piece of lining that actually has this like 3D shape to it. So the bag inside has this really nice rigid, or not rigid, but like it's a nice lining with that honeycomb and color sort of thing going on. But it also has these panels sewn into it that give it like a 3D sort of shape to it. It's fucking awesome. And then this compartment is big. Here's what I've got in here right now. This is I'll put a link below to my favorite pouches, all right? Bagworks.co/pouches, or wherever it'll be in the future, because I'm thinking of rebranding the whole thing, is going to have a list of my favorite pouches. This Bellroy classic pouch is one of them. You can see it's kind of messy because I have my headphones like this. By the way, Bluetooth headphone deathmatch. I did tell you exactly which headphone to buy for you. I've been mentioning that all the time because like a lot of people should probably upgrade their Bluetooth headphones. Like life just gets better when like you know what you're working with and you made a good decision. It just feels good. It's nice. But this pouch has a couple little internal organizers. So I have the 2 cables I need for my headphones, and then I've got the dongles that I need. Like this has become my always need you, never want to see you. But the truth is now it's like it's my always need you. Whenever I get to the cafe, I'm pulling this whole thing out. I'm getting this my headphones out, and I'm leaving this right there next to my bag. It doesn't look bad. It looks fine. And in case I need to plug in an SD card or charge my phone or connect my iPad or who knows what, I've got the cables that I need to do so, just all right there in this one thing. And my headphones, though they don't fit perfectly in there, this is, by the way, this is the pouch that I want. I want the pouch that fits perfectly in there, but those ones typically when you get to where you're going at the cafe, like for me, I'm always working in coffee shops or on my desk if I had one at the office or something. I would want to put this and have it all right around. So I don't want it to be too big and crazy. This Bellroy Classic pouch is like, it looks nice. It feels nice. It is nice, Leroy. Here's another Bellroy pouch, by the way, which I haven't used. It looks like it's like perfect size to be like for an iPad or something, but it is made to just organize all your cables. The thing about this thing is it's thick, it's burly. It doesn't have an agileness to it the way that I like. I like a little thin pouches, like for instance the Tom Bin stuff. Like this is just invisible. It's just got, I know what's in there. It's just thrown in, and I need it. I have it if I need it. This is much more of a serious sort of vibe, the kind of thing that you will take out when you get to where you're going, and like you'll probably have stuff all over the bag, in the front, on the inside of one of these guys, maybe in there. You know what I mean? So I love how it's made. I love the wax canvas. I love the leather accent. I love the way it looks. And my headphones would fit perfectly in there, you know, with tons of space. But I don't like carrying this big thing around when I can just throw this down in the bottom of my bag. Do you know what I mean? Going deep on pouches today. I apologize if any of you are like, get on with the goddamn video, partner. Okay, so this main compartment is big. What else do I have in here? My Verve hat. Shout out to Verve Coffee and Santa Cruz. Love their aesthetics. They're doing pretty good in coffee too. Oh man, I forgot about this ancient ass banana that I put in there. That's a bad move. Like that's like you don't want to leave a banana in your bag. Kind of let myself down on that. Trail mix, on the other hand, what a perfect snack. If you don't have a good trail mix that you go to the store and just buy in bulk, getting trail mix in bulk, having a big canister at home with a scoop in it so you can just like put it into little bags and take it with you. You guys, we're talking about rich nutrition sources here, okay? Really good nutrition. So get into some seeds and nuts, motherfucker. Okay, and that is everything that I have inside of there, all right? It's a big compartment. I mean, I could fit, like, you could totally travel with this. If you have like the Peak Designs big travel, or the Tom Bid big packing cube, right? That thing would easily fit in there. So if you're really just going for a day and you need your toiletry kit and a change of clothes, like, this thing is epic for traveling. It will probably likely be able to fit under the seat in front of you, which to me is now becoming more and more of like, it just has to do that when I travel, personally, when I travel, because it just changes everything. When I go with my family, it doesn't fucking matter because we have to put everything in the overhead compartment, but we get family boarding. So that works out. But I just recently traveled under the seat in front of you. I'm the last person on the fucking plane, you guys, and the peace of mind is unbelievable. It'll change everything about travel for you. If you and your partner can just do under the seat in front of you when you travel, it'll blow your mind. It'll blow your dick right off. So we've got our main compartment, and then finally we've got our back compartment, okay? Where we have our laptop and stuff. Now my laptop's recording audio right now. I've got some business papers, man, in here that I've just thrown in there. Here's what I have at the bottom here. Okay, this is the next stand, which is like, I got in touch with the people at Roost, which I'm excited to do a review of because I think it's gonna feel even more quality in this. This one's like $11 or something, like it's like $20, and they completely ripped off the Roost. It's like it's a shit show. It's so sad, but I needed one of these. Roost was making like another, anyways, I'm hopefully going to get one of those to review and talk to you guys about. This thing works though pretty fucking good. That's what I want to do the review about. Like why go with Roost instead of this? And there's some really serious and important reasons why. So, but I use this at the coffee shop. I set up my computer. That way my neck is aligned, is a little more up. You guys, we are killing ourselves with how we're fucking sitting at our computers. Just this whole posture. This whole posture is like, it's just bullshit. It's just bullshit. So I use a stand like that to get my laptop up. Then that means I have to have my Apple keyboard, my Apple mouse, right? So when I get to the cafe, like my brother came and picked me up at a coffee shop here a little while ago, and he's like, Jesus, how long does it take you to set up and tear down from this setup? The truth is, it looks like quite a bit, but I'm not taking up a lot of space. It's important to me. And it doesn't take very much to set it up or tear it down because it's like boom, boom, doom, boom, 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 and then you're good to go. By the way, this pouch is from, it's like not a pouch, it's from Crafted Goods. It's a bag that they sell called like, I think the Mr. Groove or something like that. It's like a $400 tote bag that comes with these, and I just love their pouch. I love these things. I'll put a link to Crafted Goods in the description. Maybe they have a way to buy those independently, or you could reach out to them because like those things are fucking awesome. And then down here at the bottom, I just have my laptop charger, which I just throw in. So I've got the pouch with the keyboard, I've got the stand, and I've got my laptop charger right there, just in this thing. That's what that's for. Then my laptop. So when I get to the cafe, it's just this back thing that opens. That's it. This is on the floor, standing up. I grab all the things and set it up as I go, putting all the pouches and things back here, and then I'm set. Kind of excited about it. I'm kind of excited about it because it's like really been able to actually work with decent posture at a cafe. And I carry it all on this motherfucker. Okay, so this is the Waterfield Pro Executive Backpack, all right? Comes in at 320 or 350 bucks, something like that. Comes in multiple colors. Again, here's that Italian man red. I just love it. I'm so excited to be able to give this to my buddy who is an Italian man and a boomer. And he's got boomer hands. And he needs to show up smart and fucking sexy where he goes, and he's a big cat on the prairie, on the plain, and he deserves a bag that looks like this. And I'm excited to give this one to my father, who's the same way. You know what I mean? Who's working with executives every day, all day long, and he's in that room and he needs to pull his shit out of this thing. I just hope I can get him, I hope we can fit it in here and he doesn't have to still use that like the roller bag thing. Do you know what I mean? Some guys, you just need that much shit. Okay, so if you're interested in these bags and the pouches, I do think that this pouch is in particular, they have the Executive Folio that you can get to go with that, which I think is solid for those of you who need a folio. This thing's pretty great. I love the way all these things are made. What other bags should you be thinking about? I've compiled a list of my favorite daily carry bags. Now, I'm updating this list regularly. And they're just my favorite daily carry bags. This will go on the list. There's not a lot of other things that are really executive level. The Waterfield Bolt, I think I prefer aesthetically more than this for my use. I like that bag so much, and I'm fine with using that even though it has less organizational compartments. So the Waterfield Bolt, I'll put a link to my video on that in the description below at this time code. I think Trakke bags are a little more of a heritagey hipster version of the same kind of level of quality and class. Less organization, more simplistic, more heritage in their approach. But I'll put a link to my review of some Trakke bags in the description below at this time code. And then other than that, that's it. That's this video. Let's call it there. You guys check out bagworks.co. Get on the email list there because, I don't know, we'll still be doing some giveaways and stuff like that, I'm sure, in the future. And I'm just updating stuff. I'm going to move things around. I think I'm going to take it all to my chasereeves.net website, and there's more stuff I want to be talking about. I know some of you are resonating with some of the, like I accidentally published a video that was unlisted and it accidentally, like it got set to public. I didn't think it was going to notify you guys, and it was that like about chasereeves.net video. And a lot of you watched it. I'll put a link to that in the description at this time code in case you didn't see it, and like really liked it, really vibed with it. Like I love talking about the creative life, and I feel like that's what I'm talking about when I talk about these fucking bags and that's what I'm training in right now. A lot of like life coach and just executive level coaching around like what do you feel like you need to do that you're not being honest with yourself? How do we get our life to a point where we feel good about it? And how do we feel good in our relationships? And how do we feel spiritually connected? And how do we feel like we're not just a fucking like a piece of shit on like a zit on the face of the planet? I'm so interested in that stuff. And so like I mentioned, I started that Patreon. Like, don't go sign up if you just want me to make bag stuff, because I'm really hoping that I'll make more than just bag stuff. And honestly, any of you who do sign up, I'll just be pumped. Like we'll start talking in the comments over there or something. I don't know. But I'll put a link to that in the description below as well. And I guess that's it. I'm going to call it for now. I'll probably do a channel update video soon. Thanks for watching this bag on the Waterfield Backpack, the Executive Pro or the Pro Executive. Thanks, Waterfield, for making such a fucking killer bag and really putting your money where your mouth is in terms of how you execute and design and put something together that is aesthetically pleasing and functionally extremely useful. And hopefully one day in the future, you'll enter into some sort of affiliate partnership with me, so I can run around the world digitally and just sell your shit to people. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a job that I'm doing for free because the people need the answers. The people need the fucking answers, man. We just need to know what's worth buying out there. We're so stuck in buying bullshit because when you search on Amazon, you will find bullshit. That's it. You will find bullshit. So we've lost this way of finding things that we end up having relationships with. Instead, it's just like everything's a quick little bauble on the internet with a one click and it's there in 2 days, right? Bags are a little bit harder, but a lot of us are treating our bags like these little things we're just purchasing. You know, we got on a Kickstarter because it had 1 million fucking features. And you use it for a year or two and you start to realize, like, I just need a good bag. Like, I just want it to feel like a real item, like a real fucking artifact, right? And there's bags out there that feel like the genuine artifact. And you're the genuine artifact, right? You're not some fake little bauble that someone's purchasing on fucking Amazon, you know, but we act like that. We all do. We're all being forced into that box. So standing up for ourselves individually, finding our own voice, getting our own sort of spirituality and our own sense of divinity and purpose, and pleasure, and sacrifice, and responsibility, and fucking, you know, pleasure again. I really care about that shit. I really care about, like, and that's, if you're paying attention to me for bags, it's because of that. It's because of bag and a product, items that are well made. They inspire me on that level. I want my life to be full of things that are real and that make me feel the realness of life, because so much of my life, it's just like passing by. I'm just depressed for seasons, whole seasons. And I'm just like not engaged and I'm just in survival mode, just fucking survival mode. And dude, it's just like a dullness. It's like a way to go through life kind of constricting your fucking brainstem so you can't like see, so you can just keep things under control or something. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm fired up about this shit. And I'm glad I get to do it through products in some ways. I'm also looking for other ways to do it. So stay tuned and talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.
Bagworks.co, JaceReeves.net. Those are the websites.
I guess those are the websites.
Yeah, I guess wanting us to, I guess, go check out what he's up to or something like that.
Yeah, looks nice.